is Soul the Lost Warrior here, back with the last video of tonight for as far as deck profile wise. I'm bringing you a blast from the past, Pale Moon, with just a little bit of a little update on cards in here. But let's get started. First, we run for the grade 3s. 4 is a Legion, Crackling Beast Tamer. She legions with Barking Sky Tiger. When she legions, you can pay 2. If you do, you can Soul Charge 2, choose up to 3 cards from your soul and call them the separate rear guards. And she has a Lucky Air ability for a second ability, is when a rear guard's placed from when a unit's placed from soul to rear guard, she gains 2,000 power. Very good for hitting hard, and if you really need rear guards, you go ahead and use her. After her, we go into Golden Beast Tamer. She has a restraint, and to unlock her, you need to Soul Blast 3, and she loses restraint. But during your turn, all your Pale Moon rear guards in her front row get plus 3,000. And when she's placed on Vanguard, you can choose a Chimera from your soul and Superior Call it from soul. She's very good if you have enough cards in the soul to sustain her. I would say use her a little later on in the game if you feel like you need to set a little extra rear guard pressure versus the Legion pressure. But most of the time, you're probably going to use the Legion. After that, we go on to grade 2s. Barking Sky Tiger. If your Vanguard is in Legion, he gets 3,000 power for every unit that is placed on rear guard from your soul. Now, he's just like the Legion, and he can hit really hard, and he can just go ham on your opponent, force your opponent to drop multiple cards. And of course, he's a Chimera, so if you want to use Golden Beast Tamer, you got that free unit on the field. After that, we have 3 Barking Cerberus, just the 10k vanilla. It's for Golden Beast Tamer. Since it is Chimera, you can Superior Call it, and yeah, you just get a free 10k attacker. After that, we have 2 Big League Bear. When he's placed on guard circle, you can Soul Charge 2. He's good because you use him to Soul Charge to get them extra units into your soul, so you can call out more units, of course. Now, this deck is not as good as Lucky Air, of course, but it still does work if you can play it right. And for those of you who are saying, oh, well, that deck is old and it's pretty bad now and it looks bad, you should give it a try. It's one of those fun decks that you just have fun with and you just don't care. After that, we have 3 Misdirections from the soul. When an other unit is placed on rear guard from the soul, you can Superior Call her from the soul as well. And then at the end of the turn, you put her back. Good for getting another unit just for that turn and getting an extra attacker. After that, we go on the grade 1s. Of course, you have your 4 perfect cards to keep in the game so a little longer. No Quintess for this deck, because I don't think they have Quintess at all. But 4 perfect cards suits you well. And after that, we have 3 Skull Jugglers. With Skull Juggler, when he's placed on Vanguard or rear guard, you can Soul Charge 1. He's good just to get the extra card in the soul, so you can Superior Call whatever else you need from the soul. After him, we have 4 Purple Trapezes. You can, when she's placed on rear guard, you can choose another. You can choose another Pale Moon, put it into your soul, swap 1 out. So basically, you swap 1 to get 1. So you can get something better if you so choose to. Take a grade 0, put it into the soul, and do that. But basically, she's like that, the Silverthorn, I forget what the name was. I think it was Thelma. She's just like that, but she's a 6k, not 7k. And you can swap out for something that's a little better if you so choose to, or you can combo play it and Soul Charge up a lot more with Skull Juggler. Or just a little bit more. After that, we have 3 Jumping Glen. When she's placed on rear guard from the soul, she gets 3,000 power, so she becomes a 10k attacker. That extra 3k does matter, but it's not. She herself is not really too big on the deck in this deck, but you could use her to her fullest extent. So if you want a final push, you put them behind your 2 columns, and they can hit us a little harder for that turn. And as for triggers, we have 8 crits. 4 are the ones that go into the soul, poison juggler, because again, you can superior got that from the soul and put it right back in and give 3000 power. And we have 3 or 4 dynamite juggler. It's 8 crits because this deck is just made to game it faster. And it's just a fun deck. You don't really need to run. Well, you run any type of trigger you want, but for this deck it's 8 crits. So that way when you final push and you pull the criticals, you're forcing more cards out of your opponent. And then after those we have 4 draw triggers. Rainbow Magician. When an attack hits and he boosted that unit, you can soul charge 1 and return him to the deck. Draw trigger, you just drop 5k shield if you really need to. You can add a card from your hand if it's triggered, and you can soul charge 1, adding a little pressure to your opponent to make sure they don't hit, so you don't get that extra card in the soul to superior call. I think as each video goes by, I get slightly better. And then after we have the typical 4 heal triggers. Candy Clowns. This deck is pretty classic actually in terms of the cards that are in it and such. So yeah, it's a blast from the past, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you might have forgotten this deck. The deck long past. And for the starter we have Girl Who Crossed the Gap. She has a Forerunner ability, and with her actual ability you can counterblast 1, put her into the soul, and superior call another unit that's not her. You can combo this really well with multiple cards, and of course you can use, I forgot all the starters for Pale Moon, I'm very sorry. You could use other starters. There's one that soul charges 1 when you ride a unit. There's, I think, the Grade 3 Searcher, and I think that's all, because the other 2 are Silver Thorns. But she's really good. She's the best one, in my personal opinion, in this deck. And of course, you can play this deck competitively if you so choose to. You can make minor tweaks to it. And of course, with the new set, I really have to say, you might want to try using some of these cards. Because with the new set, I feel like some of these cards are going to really work. And Golden Beast Tamer, I might have to give that a go when the deck comes out, and I will let you guys know how that works. And after her, of course, this deck has strides just to keep it in meta just a little bit, and so you can keep up when you need to. 3 Miracle of Luna Squire Clifford. When he hits a Vanguard, you can choose a grade 2 or less card from your soul, superior call, and it gets 3000. You can plus, I think it's like, I'd say plus 1.5 because it gains power, and you get a free unit just for hitting Vanguard. And you get puts pressure on your opponent, so they usually don't want it to hit. They usually don't want you to plus from that. So yeah, that is the Pale Moon deck. This is a shorter video and such. I hope you guys liked it, and if you have any questions, be sure to comment. And if you liked the video, that's cool. If you want to subscribe, that's even more awesome. And I will have more content coming out to you guys soon. If you guys really want to see a deck, if it's not, I don't have too much on money. I usually build a deck that's fairly cheap and it's really fun to play, or build a deck over time. If you guys really want to see a deck, I can try to get it out to you. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.